Here we go. Here we go. One man, two women, one gets engaged, the other re-downloads a dating app. Let's do it. We are back in the dome of the Undateables. Each season of The Bachelor, the most single people in America gather to celebrate others falling in love. Look at, so hopeful. This woman screaming at the top of her lungs, please, someone find love. Anyone. Look at celebrities. The menopausal prophets are here. Dotun and Charity. And look at the Philly sister looking very much evil stepsister-ish. It's almost like she went to the glam squad and said, make everyone fear me. Jesse wishes us a happy birthday because 22 years ago tonight, The Bachelor first started. Thanks a lot, Jesse. We came here to take a night to relax and forget about our troubles. And you're like, hey, remember 22 years ago you were still watching this show alone on your couch? Well, it's been 22 years. People can now drink who were born a year before it started. Well, you're still here. Jesse says that tonight we're going to see whether Joey gets his heart broken. And I think we're all sitting here going, he better get his heart broken. You have been teasing this for a whole season. We want to see someone we love go through the biggest pain of their life. And if it doesn't happen, we are going to be very upset.
Nation, grab those tissues.
Grab those tissues. Look at this audience. They're like, grab tissues. Do you even know us? We have multiple tissues in multiple pockets. This is the dome of the Undateables. We're ready to cry at a moment's notice. We head back to Tulum. Even this monkey is scratching his head, wondering, why would any of you come here when the airport is more than an hour away? You can go to Aruba where there's better weather. What? You got to come here so you can take a picture at an outdoor gym and hashtag it Tulum? You idiots could be going somewhere cheaper and with better weather, yet you still come here. You can tell they've upped the shirtless Joey pictures towards the end of this season. They're like, okay, now that we got you roped into JoJo, let's get you a little wet before he starts crying. Let's get you wet before that face gets wet. They're at the Secrets Hotel and Resort in Tulum, Mexico. Very different than the Secrets in Ocean City, Maryland, where you can wade through people's pee in the bay while drinking a Frappuccino with alcohol in it. I love when they show The Bachelor writing in a journal. What could Joey be writing? Dear Diary, today I wore a t-shirt. Yesterday I wore a button-down linen. I like Kelsey. I also like Daisy. Daisy's in a music video with a white rapper that looks like Macklemore. I don't know about it yet, but I'm hoping that's just a phase. I really don't want to go to different recording studios to hear 17-year-olds try to rap. Okay, they now do a flashback as if he's writing about what he remembers from meeting both of the women. This just tells me that there might not be a lot of material for this episode. This is called cheap filler. If he really gets his heart broken, then we wouldn't be flashing back to remember things from a week ago. We all don't have dementia. We remember. We know. Daisy mentioned her cochlear implant over 3,000 times. I think we'll remember that. So here's Joey's family. That's the sister, the dad, the mom. The mom always looks like she just got out of the shower and didn't have time to get the hair together. She was like, screw it, I'll towel dry, and then I'm on my way. The mom's like, bring it in for a hug. I know, I just got out of the shower. I'm here, don't worry. Yes, I know I smell like shampoo still, but I'm here. I wouldn't miss this for the world. He tells him there were 32, and look at the mom's like, 32? Are you kidding me? I can't handle 2 daughters. Look I can't even dry my hair after the shower with 2 daughters. How did you get yourself together for 32 women? Does she know what The Bachelor is? She reacted like he said 32 women showed up on fire for the show. 32 women in flames? He tells his mom there's 32 women. She freaks out. Look at big dog Gary. He's like, 32 women. Oh, 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 64 titties. That's right. Joey's telling them about each of the women.
The other one you're meeting is Kelsey.
Look at, he says, the other one you're meeting is Kelsey. This is going to be the sister that's hard to convince. You can already tell. She's like, Kelsey. Yeah, I've met a Kelsey before. I knew a Kelsey in middle school. She wasn't very nice. She told on me for cheating off her on the algebra test. We'll see what this Chelsea's like. Here's Daisy ready to meet the parents. Apparently, Daisy had a vision board with the red dress emoji on it. She's like, that is me in Tulum. I'm going to wear that dress. I'm going to shake those hips. I'm going to dance just like that Mexican emoji. And here comes Daisy. How quickly will she bring up the cochlear implant? Like right now, she should just whisper it in her ear. Hey, isn't it nice that you can hear what I'm saying? Yeah, it must be nice, because I have a cochlear implant. Did you just take a shower? You smell like shampoo.
Because I grew up on a Christmas tree farm.
She brings up Christmas Tree Farm
I forgot my name.
before cochlear implant. Wow.
I'm Daisy.
If you had Christmas Tree Farm before cochlear, you have won a lot of money on DraftKings.
Pretty sick for a period of my life.
Well, here it comes.
And because of that, I've lost almost all of my hearing.
Now, for Joey's dad to not immediately say what, that's a lot of restraint. You can tell. Every dad would respond to I lost my hearing with, what'd you say? With a big dad joke, what'd you say? Look at the restraint. He's like, don't do it. Don't say what. She's talking about something pretty serious to her. Yes, she lost her hearing. Do not say, what did you say? It will not be funny to
I
her.
got a cochlear implant.
My dad would have had what out of his mouth after she said cochlear. She wouldn't even have said implant yet. Daisy has done a 15-minute monologue, and the family has literally said nothing.
Because of the people who love him.
Like, all of them are like, are you gonna ask us any questions? Yes, I did buy these earrings on Etsy from an independent earring maker. Thanks for asking. Yeah, I guess we'll just keep talking about the cochlear implant. Okay, yeah, I gotta be respectful.
Today, I would say yes.
Man, there is nothing scarier than talking to two sisters. If this were two brothers, they'd be like, hey, do you think farts are funny? These two just heard that she's gonna say yes if he gets down on a knee, and they didn't even change their facial expression. They're like, so you'd say yes. Would you say it like that? Because that didn't sound enthusiastic. Daisy comes in to talk to the mom, and look how comfy she is. She grabs her shoulder. My mom would be like, what are you touching me for? Your hands are freezing.
What it is about you that makes you unique.
She asks what makes her unique. And if I'm Daisy, I'd be like, did you hear the 20-minute speech I did about the cochlear implant? Do you have a cochlear implant? Do you need a cochlear implant? Because I just did. That's my unique thing. I was in a music video that people don't know about yet, but is pretty graphic in language, but I'm not going to talk about that. I also have a children's book out that I'm trying to sell, but none of that has to do with me going on a TV show to find love.
Deeply, and I love very big.
She loves very deeply and very big.
Have you always been like that?
And look at the mom didn't really take to that unique quality. She's like, have you always done that? You always love a lot of people? Does that mean you get around? I'm cool with that. Look at me. Come on, I got wet hair from the shower. I live a little differently. But what do you mean you love big? Sexually active? What's going on? Look at, they got big dog Gary crying from Daisy's speech. He's like, if I don't cry, Teresa's going to be mad because I need to look like I'm upset that I had sex with 2 women on the final night. Okay, Gary, get those tears out. And here's Kelsey. Babe alert. She went with the big hair, beachy wavy curls, green dress. Here's Kelsey's biggest issue. She's like guy hot. Julia Roberts, Brooke Shields. Joey's dad is gay. He's not going to like nudge Joey and be like, you gotta keep this one. All he's got is this guy who's the boyfriend. He ain't saying nothing. He's not even going to look down at her body. So Kelsey's not getting the dude nudge on this one. Kelsey goes into mom mode and wipes something off of Joey's face. And look at the mom and dad. They're like, oh, okay, a little possessive. Look at, not even fazed by her big hair and awesome tan. But look at the brother-in-law or whatever, the boyfriend. He's been phased. Look at, he's fallen in love. He's like, whatever she says is correct. It's like I need a cochlear implant. I can't even hear a word she says. She's so hot.
No, it's my Lizzie McGuire.
Kelsey does a Lizzie McGuire reference, and all the young ones laugh. And look at the parents. They're like, what's going on right now? Lizzie McDuffie? Who's Lizzie McGoober? Kelsey, you gotta play to the whole room. This is a family show. You can't just play to the kids. You're losing the parents. Sisters informed Joey that Kelsey wasn't as enthusiastic about marriage as Daisy was. And the Dome of the Undateables is zoned in. This woman who looks like a mannequin who came to life. This other woman who looks like she's a part of every book club that's ever existed. This other woman who looks like she dressed up as businesswoman attorney Barbie for the show. I don't know how Kelsey hasn't mentioned it 600 times, but her and the mom are basically wearing the same thing. That is something that I would not be able to like rest on. I'd be like, look at us, twinsies, same green. Yeah, what are we, like the same? Totally. Where'd you get that from? Isn't it weird that your son is attracted to a woman wearing the same thing as his mom? I don't know. Coincidences don't just happen. Joey's mom asks Kelsey if she can handle being broken up with, and she starts to cry about it. And look at, they show Leslie. Look at, she's like, it could be us. I might get broken up with, but I'll be okay. And then Leslie, the ghost of Christmas future, is like, no, you won't. You shall be with me in the Dome of the Undateables forever. Escape now before you're dumped, or else you'll hold this curse that I know to be true. You can tell the moment the mom realizes that they're wearing pretty much the same thing. Look, she does a big checkout. She's like, oh, okay, went with the halter top look. But did she get it on sale like I did? Probably not. So Jesse introduces Kathy and Susan, who are starting a new podcast together. He's like, what are you guys going to be talking about? She's like, we're going to talk about what we had for dinner. We're going to talk about who takes too long on the pickleball court. We're going to talk about how you can never get into your Netflix and how it's hard to copy a picture from your email and put it on your phone. How do you do that? How do they do it so quickly? It's moments like this next one where it feels like Daisy's producing herself on TV. Look at.
Yeah, I just really want him to be a part of my life.
Like, the cameras are there. She knows that. Why does she do a subtle aside and then laugh at herself? Oh, God, I really want him to be a part of my life. Oh, the cameras are here? Oh, silly me. Did you get that? So I guess they're going to do some sort of spiritual ceremony. Kelsey looks like the type that would petition the PTA to put a ban on this guy at her local school. So I don't know if this is going to be the right mix. This would be the moment you'd realize that I wasn't a tough guy. He'd blow that in my face and I'd be like, what is that? Is that like, is there tar? Is it nicotine? Will I become addicted? So they go into the sauna, and I understand why they're in bathing suits, but why is the instructor, why is the shaman shirtless? I'd be like, wait, when did your shirt come off? Okay, do you sit here with us the whole time? We were going to like make out and see if we're going to get engaged or not. You can put your shirt back on, bro. Going on a TV show to meet the love of your life is weird. I would say it's a little bit weirder to decide whether you're going to get engaged to that person on the date where you spend it with a guy who looks like he ate at Arby's about a half hour ago, who drums and whistles. Like, this is the weirdest Our Story page that would ever be written. I knew when that shaman took off his shirt and played the drums next to a cactus that she was the one. This next scene is wild. It's like the scene in the movie that you realize that
I love him and it hurts.
she was evil the whole time. Like that, here's her second personality, because she says, I love him and it hurts. And they're like, why does it hurt?
What about it hurts?
Look at, here's her turn to evil. Evil Daisy comes out. You ready? It hurts.
That he's not sure of me.
Look at that stare. Are you kidding? Joey, end it. You're going to be chopped up in the woods. You're dating two personalities at this point. That was get her an Oscar. What is that? Look how quickly the shaman's shirt is back on. I don't think his shirt was meant to be off in that sauna because he put it on before they all came outside so his boss wouldn't see. This is nuts. This date is too much. They make a wish by the fire, and Joey says his wish with like love doughy eyes, and she's like, yeah, I just wish your wish was a little bit better. And then they have the least sexual kiss of all time. Look at Evil Daisy. That look was mean. Look at that. She rolled her eyes at his kiss. Look at, yeah, whatever.
It's like, I do love you.
Look how these two will react to Daisy saying she loves him. They don't even know her. I was just at my brother's wedding weekend. My parents didn't look like this once. They're like, yes, Daisy, we get it. We've fallen in love. We've said I love you. It was to our foot bath that we use on a Friday night in. We get it. Dome of the Undateables is on fire. She goes, I wish I got some validation. Look at these two girls. Yup, we all do. Sing it, sister.
But it would have been nice to have some sort of validation.
Yeah, we love validation. That's right, Robert. When I say I love you, I want an I love you back, and it's gotta even be bigger than mine. So I hate to be this guy, but this is who I am. Your recaps save me time. That isn't a compliment. I'm not sitting here like, oh, good. That was my career goal was to save people time. Haha, that was funny. Those all make me feel great. They save me time, make me feel awful. I want to block you. I have blocked people. Yeah, that's who I am. Also, if you've gotten to this point and you don't follow, why don't you hit the follow button? Yeah, I can't even believe I have to ask these things. I can't. You got enjoyment from this. And you're like, oh, I guess I'm done. And then I have to like look at your profile and see that you follow like, Joe Blow from season 10 who doesn't put up anything good. What's going on? What's wrong with you?
Can lick on my sex, suck my nuts now. That ain't no fossil or bitch, shit, so bust down. I feel alright in.
Daisy says I love you, and Joey basically does a lot of word diarrhea that amounts to I don't know yet. It's an answer no woman would be happy to explain to her friends at brunch. No, he said it's a tough decision. And they'd all look at her like, oh, cool. Okay, so he didn't say I love you back.
It would hurt if it's not me. But if I'm being 100% honest, I don't think it's me.
I mean, I don't really trust Daisy. It's been a weird watch. She goes from one personality to another personality. Now she's telling the camera she doesn't think it's me. It feels like a very obvious play to produce your own season. This is what Nick Viall did. He was a producer on his own season. He knew what people wanted to see. This feels like what Daisy. So now we have Kelsey's date. Kelsey went with the see-through dress that I see cropping up a lot lately. To the ladies out there, yes, all of our boners are in on this dress. I know this is like a cover-up at the beach, but I've been seeing them out at night lately in black, and you can see the underwear, but oh no, the shoes did not help. I'm sorry. I take it all back. Those shoes are giving very LL Bean. I'm going to get in my Subaru and head up to Vermont to not shave my body. And I'm out. So they get a spa day, and Daisy had to go into a ceramic hut with a guy who looks like he's really excited to tell you about a Chick-fil-A menu hack he came up with. If I'm Daisy, I'm upset too. Please take off your clothes. Okay, a little presumptuous, but we're in. Look at this woman is cleaning Kelsey's feet. She's probably like, hey, those shoes aren't doing anything for you visually, but also they're ruining your arch and making your feet dry. I would just burn those shoes outside in the back. You want me to burn them in the hut that we do the sauna in? I know a guy. He takes his shirt off when he goes in there. Here's what I like about Joey. He gives a massage like I do. Just one kind of, sort of weak pat, and then I go, okay, my turn. And then they're on top of me. That's my move. Joey and I are the same person. Look at, I've had enough. Let's kiss now. I rubbed you twice. Love you, Joey. Look at Kelsey's massage compared to Joey's. She's getting in there in his knots. He's like, yeah, a little lower. I got an old tennis injury. Can you just keep digging. I mean, look at her massage compared to Joey's. Joey literally touched her kind of. And she's kneading into his muscles. This is the most relatable thing I've ever seen. She's literally using her knuckles. Look at, she's got form and technique. Joey gave her like back tickles and she's in the lower back. I mean, has she done this before? Joey, you better pay for the spa because she's been put to work.
The box that I'm trying to check.
Kelsey gives answers that I would want to hear. Engagement isn't a box I want to check. I want to get engaged because it's you. Daisy's answers are all stuff I've heard online before. I'm never chosen. Daisy's feel like she's running for office, and Kelsey feels like she's trying to let Joey know how she feels. Joey and I get out of bed the same way, except a few things are missing. I would have loudly farted there. There would be a pizza box on the ground there. It would be a minute of me looking at the pizza box, realizing that I got very drunk and I ate and then forgot about it and going, Jared, come on. And then I open up the window and I go, oh, it's nice out. I'm too hungover for it to be nice. So we get up the same way, but a little bit different. If I opened the door and Neil Lane was behind it, I'd be like, whoa, I thought you were dead. It's like, no, it's me, Neil Lane. Oh, no, I was kidding. I swear. Come into my room. Just keep the lights on. I don't want it to feel like it's haunted.
Classic emerald cut.
I'm so happy I don't watch this with someone who wants to be engaged or is recently engaged. Just them sitting here talking crap about a diamond, a literal gem. They're like, ugh, who would get an emerald cut? What are you, stupid? Everyone knows you get the cut that I like. So they show Daisy going to Joey's hotel room before the rose ceremony, and the dome of the Undateables is shooken. Look at these women. They're like, this woman is looking like my mom while showing someone what she'd look like with her eyes done. He's like, but if I did it, it would be expensive, but look how good I'd look. And she went to Kelsey's door. Oh my God. Look it. This is a girl's girl. Daisy making sure everyone knows that their future bachelorette is, in fact, a girl's girl. This is, I don't know, this is self-production at its finest. I don't trust it. Don't buy it. This is the one time she's wore her hair up to show her cochlear implant as opposed to wearing it over her ear. Very produced. I'm not buying it. I'm in conspiracy theory mode. And they come to the rose ceremony together. My God, look at the dome of the Undateables. It's like girl power. Screw Joey having his own decision to make. We're going to make it for you because we felt like I didn't get as much on the date as I should, and she felt like she got as much as she wanted. So we've made the decision for you, Joey. Never mind your feelings and your decision-making process. If they go to the podium where he's about to propose and they both dump him at the same time and then start aggressively making out, I'm sorry, Joey, but I'll have such an erection that I might die tonight. Joey has said that his biggest fear is being dumped and not having his love reciprocated, and they're both about to show up together holding hands. He might have a heart attack. He might die of anxiety tonight. And everyone's going to say, oh, this is so nice. This is so great. I don't think this is so great to do to a guy who's been nothing but nice through this whole process. So what? Daisy's going to walk up and tell him that she's just not feeling it anymore after saying she would say yes to him if he got on a knee? And we're all supposed to be like, what a heroic move. I don't know about that one. Hey, you didn't say things correct to me and it made me feel a little off, so I'm going to get ahead of this and dump you because I'm pretty sure I know exactly what you're going to say even though you haven't said it yet. Daisy's digging into the idea that Joey taught her how to love again because of all these mean people who would never accept her for her cochlear implant so that she can play this off of TikTok to get the victim group to support her in her next journey. This is a playbook. This is a producer. I know this is an important scene, but Joey looks very much like Gonzo when he's doing his cry face. Like Gonzo when he's like confused and looks at the camera. It's giving Gonzo. Daisy says that she wants to walk out on her own, and it's because the woman he wants to get engaged to is waiting around the corner. And just listen to him say how much he loves this one, but he loves the other one a little bit more. I'm sure that's a fun thing for her to hear from somewhere like around the bushes in the corner. What's Daisy going to do? Tag Kelsey in? She's going to go high-five her and pass her a baton? You're up, kid. Your turn. I'm sorry. I don't expect this to be a popular take, but she's pulling a Daughtry. Chris Daughtry left American Idol before he was contractually obligated to go on the American Idol tour. He ended up making more money on his own than having to go tour with the rest of the losers. Daisy is making a play. Everything she did was beautiful and nice. It's very quote-unquote heroic, but then you'd have to ignore her trying to become a musician and writing a children's book and being very active on social media to like get a promo code to you. So a lot of this is like kind of easy if this is what you want. So Joey tells Kelsey he loves her. She's the one. And then they show Big Dog Gary to show him how happy he's about to be. Is this what you want to look like, Joey? Look at Big Dog Gary is sitting there. It's like, he's like, I love you. And then this is what you're going to look like after you're married. Just sitting there. He's like, I used to have a house on the lake. I could put my clothes wherever I wanted. Now I have to move to Charleston. I got to sit there while she yells at me about finances. Don't do it, Joe. Don't. You got your freedom. And there it is. I love yous all around. She got the ring. She barely said a word. She's been crying. They show the dad. Look at the dad's crying. He's making his play for Golden Bachelorette. She looks at the ring. She goes, the setting is not what I would have chosen, but thank you. Come back to the Dome of the Undateables. I would love a humidity check on this dome right now because this room is sopping wet. They're like Joey's mom after taking the shower. Look at the dome. They are just dying right now. They are like, love has found a way. And the only one that got dumped was Joey. Bring out Joey. The dome goes wild. I mean, this woman over here did a double hand wave. She's like, just please acknowledge me. I'll come for the rest of my life, please.
Daisy, man, what went through your mind when she said, I know it's not me?
How did you know?
Look at, they show every woman. They're like, we always know. We know when a breakup's coming, and then we wait around until you do it so that we can blame you for never doing it. That's right, that's the long game, baby. You saw it firsthand, Joe. So they bring out Daisy, and I'm not just saying this to be mean. I'm just telling you. The cochlear was showing the minute she wanted off the show. She went from hair over the ears to hair behind the ears very quickly. It's just a bizarre thing
I'm so happy for you.
that the minute she decided she was out and made a play for the Bachelorette was the minute we're going to see the headgear.
Can lick on my sex, suck my nuts now. That ain't no fossil or bitch, shit, so bust down. I feel alright in.
We're going to bring out Kelsey. You think we should bring her out? They're like, you better fucking bring her out, and I want to watch them kiss, and I want them to make a baby right in front of us, you piece of shit. Shut the fuck up, Jesse. I need to see love. They bring out Kelsey, and Joey's mom is already mother of the groom, very judgy. Look, she doesn't even clap. She's like, okay, not the look I would have went with tonight, but I guess that's a good one. I would have gone with a more right out of the shower look, but that's okay. Joey's at the peak of his powers.
What is it you love so much about this woman here?
We don't have enough time for that, Jesse.
Look at, he literally just made
You heard me say it a lot. You heard me say
the
it.
whole Dome of the Undateables climax
What is it you love
with
so
one
much
sentence.
about
That's how good this guy is. Joey, don't get married.
No, I think truthfully, you heard
You don't
me
need this, Joe. Join me. We can go to the Spaniard alone and look at our phones together and not talk to any women. And then maybe one will come up to us instead of us having to go to them. Come on, Joey, join me. So they show Kelsey's dad is here. He's like, what would you like to say to the lovely couple? He always looks like he's about to say, do not touch my daughter. Okay, I'm not saying this to be a dick or anything, because I do think this woman is pretty. But why does it look like I got dressed in costume to go to the show? We have the same eyebrows. I mean, is that not... Look at the close-up. If I colored mine in a little bit. They say we have to figure out who's the next Bachelorette, and they bring back Daisy. This would be the worst thing that could ever happen to me, and apparently Rachel, who reacts like the son who didn't get her dad's company. Is it? She's gonna get the show? This Christmas tree bitch is gonna get my show?
The fans who have reached out to me and said, me being on the show.
Oh, she's
and
going
their life,
full
and
TikTok.
more.
She's going full, let me find my hashtag on TikTok. I represent you. I am your queen. Look at, my hair is up. Your hair can be up too, and you can walk in public like never before. The only good thing that can happen right now is for Jesse to go, well, Daisy, nice talking to you. Can you go get Maria for us and make her the Bachelorette?
So I wanted to make it
Look at Big Dog Gary. He's like,
killing and having to do that to me.
can I wear an earpiece too? Can I be the Bachelor again? I'm kind of stuck in this thing with her. I don't know if it was the right move. And the next Bachelorette is Jen. Fun Jen, light Jen, got the nod. And look at Big Dog Gary reacting like your dad who doesn't remember your best friend's name that he's met 30,000 times. He's like, who's Jen? Where's Maria? I thought she looked like Maria. That's not Maria? Jen? Oh, yeah, of course, Jen. Jesse asks Fun Jen what we don't know about her, and then she lives up to her nickname I've given her by saying, I live by shot o'clock, where I take a shot whenever you say shot o'clock. Jen lives her life like you're at a Carlos and Charlie's. She's like, and someone's going to come over and shake your head around after you're done. That's it for this season of The Bachelor. And that's it for me. I'll be back next season. Thank you all for being part of the live stream, for sharing with friends and laughing and enjoying. I'll be back and we'll do a full recap of this episode on the Bachelor podcast tomorrow. Good night, everyone.